The dirty truth about many law school admission strategies is that most applicants are leaving hundreds of thousands of dollars on the table without even realizing it. However, over the course of my career, I've helped countless students secure full-ride scholarships totaling millions of dollars by challenging the conventional approach to admissions. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain on what law schools don't want you to know. If you follow their typical just trust the process advice, you pay top dollar. By the end of this video, though, you'll know how to use early applications, a strong LSAT score, and a savvy negotiation approach to flip the financial script in your favor without binding yourself to any one school. First, for those who don't know me, my name is Steve Schwartz. I've been teaching the LSAT since 2005, and I personally increased my own LSAT score from a 152 to a 175. Now, I want you to forget the standard playbook for a moment. Many applicants think applying early decision is a golden ticket. The idea is you commit early, show dedication, and supposedly secure a spot. But here's the problem. Early decision is binding. You lock yourself into a school before you ever see a real financial offer. That approach leaves you with no leverage and often far less scholarship money. But what if, instead of locking yourself in, you kept your options open? By applying early in the cycle without using early decision, you can secure multiple offers at once. When schools know you're free to walk, they bid for your enrollment with scholarship dollars. If you pair that with a strong LSAT score, you'll turn the tables on them and start dictating terms of your own. Now, the conventional wisdom says early decision shows commitment, early decision improves your admissions odds, and once accepted, you're set. But the reality is, early decision strips you of your leverage. Once you agree to attend if admitted, you can't pit one school's scholarship offer against another anymore. And early decision applicants, as a result, often receive significantly less scholarship money because schools know they don't have to try. In many cases, this can translate into an extra $300,000 in lost potential scholarship funding over the course of your legal education and into your early career. So don't follow the herd. Instead, consider applying early, but through standard, non-binding applications. This lets you gather multiple offers and compare packages. You maintain flexibility and ultimately control. Now let's consider two applicants. Leah applied early decision to her top 10 dream school. She got in, which sounds great, but the scholarship offer was minimal. Because why should they offer her more money? She was already locked in. She ended up with massive debt that will cost her for years. In contrast, my student Ethan took another path. He spent extra time strengthening his LSAT score so he'd stand above the medians at a whole range of schools. Instead of applying binding early decision, he applied early in the cycle, but to multiple target schools simultaneously, non-binding. Offers rolled in from several institutions, each one trying to entice him with better and better scholarship packages. With multiple offers in hand, Ethan was able to negotiate upwards with his top choices. The result? Ethan saved well over $200,000 in tuition and related costs. The key difference here is that Ethan never bound himself to a single school. He kept his options open, used his LSAT score as leverage, and applied early when schools are most generous with financial incentives like scholarships. So here's the formula to keep your leverage intact. First, get that LSAT score up. Your LSAT score is your biggest bargaining chip, so you want to improve it as much as possible before you apply so you'll be above the medians. And if you'd like my help preparing for the LSAT, even on a retake, my team and I would be glad to help you out. At LSAT Unplugged, we offer live online classes via Zoom, on-demand video courses, small group coaching, and one-on-one coaching. You can check out the links below to find out more and to book a call with me and my team. We'd be glad to help you out. Now, you do want to apply early in the cycle if possible, but not binding early decision. Nice thing about applying early is that schools have the most scholarship money available at that time, and of course, they're eager to attract strong candidates like you. But it's better to apply a little bit later with a higher LSAT score than earlier with a lower LSAT score, so consider delaying your applications if you need to get your LSAT score above the medians of the schools to which you're applying. Now, you want to apply wide to a range of schools and collect multiple offers. The nice thing about taking this approach is that when you apply early and broadly, you get responses sooner, hopefully, often before the scholarship budgets have tightened. If you have multiple offers in hand, you show each school that you have other options, and you can then Use those offers as leverage. Present those offers to other schools and ask if they can improve their offer. It's totally normal to do this. Just do it professionally. And remember, they expect you to negotiate and they will respect you more for it. The nice thing about applying early but non-binding is that you maintain your flexibility, leaving yourself free to choose the best deal or negotiate further as deposit deadlines approach. Now, let me share a couple of more stories from my students. Diana raised her LSAT score above the school's 75th percentile and was able to apply to multiple schools in the strongest possible position right at the beginning of the cycle. Within a few months, she had one full ride offer, which she then used as leverage to get another school to match. The final outcome was a scholarship outcome approaching about $180,000 in total, all without ever binding herself to any one institution. My student Jamal strategically applied early across a range of schools where his stats were compelling, and as a result, he was able to collect a whole set of different scholarship offers. With these offers in his back pocket, he could then approach his top choice school and say, "I'm ready to commit if you can align with these other scholarship terms." They came through, saving him tens of thousands of dollars over the course of his 3 years of law school. In both cases, these applicants maintained freedom, flexibility, and power, something they would have lost if they had applied binding early decision. Now, make sure you understand the full financial impact of what you're doing here. Average law school debt can reach well over $160,000, and many graduates owe over $200,000. But if you secure multiple offers early in the cycle, you can then compare and negotiate packages, often slashing your debt load dramatically. And small differences in scholarship packages can add up a lot over time. $10,000 a year in savings turns into $30,000 over the course of 3 years, and more substantial scholarships can mean over $100,000 or more in total savings. If you couple this with interest and opportunity costs, the financial benefits of avoiding binding early decision, but still applying early to multiple schools can easily approach or exceed $300,000. But you've got to go in informed, collect your data, and know where you stand in relation to the medians. You want to look up each target school's median LSAT and GPA, and then identify where your numbers are strong. The schools see you as an asset and are more likely to offer significant scholarships if you are above their medians. And so if your LSAT isn't yet above the median, strongly consider retaking the LSAT. And if you'd like my help on your journey to scoring 170 plus, getting up above those 75th percentile medians, my team and I would be glad to help you out. You could check out the links below to book a call with me and my team. We'd be glad to support you on your journey. Now, it is worth applying early, but only if you're applying early with your best possible score. Regardless of when you apply, non-binding, don't tie yourself to any one school. And if your LSAT isn't where you want it, invest the time to improve it before apps open. Higher scores are going to mean bigger offers, and it's well worth delaying your apps to get the LSAT score up. Now, don't be afraid to negotiate. Present your strongest scholarship offers from one school to other schools. When a school sees you've got a full ride or substantial funding from a competitor, they know that you have choices. This is a great time to politely and professionally ask if they can improve their offer. Schools expect serious candidates to weigh multiple options. And don't be afraid to let them know that you have options. You could forward scholarship letters or mention competing offers. Mentioning competing offers is a standard practice, and schools may increase your scholarship to match or beat the competition because they know you're free to choose another institution at any point. And you can use the deposit deadlines to maintain your leverage. As the deadlines approach, you can remind the schools that you've got to decide soon, and this can prompt them to make last-minute bumps in those scholarship offers. Remember, you lose nothing by keeping your options open. By not locking yourself in, you turn the ticking clock into a tool that works for you, not against you. So applying early is great, early decision, not so great. Now you might be thinking to yourself, but what about the prestige of the school? Prestige feels great, but it doesn't pay your loans. It's often a lot better to go to a slightly lower ranked school with a whole lot more scholarship money and avoid hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt than to go to a slightly better ranked school with a lot less scholarship money. And when you've got multiple offers, you'll be able to find the sweet spot between rank and financial freedom. And remember, you might be thinking to yourself, why don't I just commit to my dream school and lock it in? And the thing is, once you commit with early decision, you lose all your negotiating power. If you apply early but without early decision, you get the benefits of applying early when there's more scholarship money available, but you still maintain your right to compare and negotiate. Your dream school might still admit you and at a better price, once they see that you're not held captive. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, do I need LSAT support if I'm going to retake to get the LSAT up? Not necessarily. Some students improve through dedicated self-study, but if you're hitting a plateau or struggling to get above that 75th percentile median, you might want to adjust your approach. And investing in your LSAT prep to get a few more points can drastically change your applicant profile and your scholarship potential. How you get there is your choice, but the payoff in getting the LSAT score up is huge, and there's no doubt that you maximize your odds of getting the LSAT up when you have the additional support. Regardless, stop treating law school admissions as a one-way street where you have no power. You don't need to lock yourself in with early decision to get an early boost. Instead, apply early in the cycle to multiple schools, get the LSAT score up, and negotiate using your offers. If you do this, you maintain control, you force schools to negotiate for you, and you could potentially save hundreds of thousands of dollars. Again, if you'd like my help, you could check out the links below to book a call with me and my team. We'd be glad to support you in getting that LSAT score up. And in the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.